Okay guys, Saturday 30th of April. Birds were liberated at Newbury at 7 o'clock. 85 mile to meet. Beautiful day. The hens are ready in their boxes, and this time I will be ready with the camera. Fingers crossed we have a good race. Good evening guys, in work again. I've had my usual trip up to Avonmouth. It was a good weekend. I had two together. I didn't forget to record them this time. They took me by surprise because they were earlier than I thought they were going to be, and I wasn't prepared. I was in the middle of everything was ready, like the birds were cleaned out, hens were all ready, blah blah blah. They were already an hour beforehand. But my friend Darren come round, and he brought a pair of young'uns round with him, the last pair of young'uns to be weaned over, and he said, "Oh, should we jab them quickly before the birds come?" I said, "Yeah, we got 5-10 minutes before they due." So I quickly grabbed the jab and jabbed them, and done that. As we were messing about, the pigeon come. It was a bit of a shock. So I didn't have my phone ready. I think I got a panic. I didn't have the trap bird ready because I always got a fantail on hand just to chuck out on the landing board, just in case. So yeah, I had two together. The blue cock, well, two blue cocks. The first one landed on the house roof. That's the first I seen of it. And the other one went round and a couple of times, but because that one was going round, then the cock that landed on the house roof decided to clap off, and he chased off after him. So I had to run down the garden then, grab the trap bird quickly, chuck it on the landing board, and they both come down then. They clocked within 4 seconds of each other. What's it called? 8:29 and 32 and 8:29 and 36 seconds, I think it was. Yeah, they were up at 7 o'clock in the morning. It was about 83 miles to me it was, so it was a pretty good time. 1600 something velocity, so yeah, I was happy with that. Yeah, I had two together, and then I had one 4 minutes later, I think it was, and then they were a little bit split up. I had 7 out of 13 by 9:05, I think it was, and then, believe it or not, I had a 2-hour gap before the next pigeon, which really shook me up. They come so well last week. No, I had 12 out of 13 of them within an hour last week. Sorry, within 2 hours last week. And then for them to have a 2-hour gap before I even have one other pigeon it shocked me a bit. But it was a bit of a funny race. But what is it? It's 8:10 now of the night, so I got one missing. It's exactly the same one that come late last week, so I wasn't expecting big things of him. But, you know, if he comes, he can go next week again. But if not, then it's not a great loss to me really. But yeah, went to the club. There was some good birds clocked. I managed to get first and second, which I was absolutely over the moon about. Yeah, it was a great feeling. Well, it haven't happened since I was a kid really, when I flew my grandpa the last time I won a race. So yeah, it was a nice feeling to have that again. But yeah, it was more of the thing that I had the birds back. So say I had the majority of them back, one missing. So I was happy with that. But yeah, all in all, it was a good weekend for me. I certainly enjoyed it, that's for sure. Yeah, so no recording again of the birds, but to be honest with you, the way they come, you wouldn't have really seen anything anyway, because the first I knew of the pigeon was when it was on the house roof. So yeah, but it is what it is. I think next week I may set up a GoPro camera on the shed, and you can just have like a panoramic view of the outside of the shed, and it might catch something a bit better than me trying to whip my phone out when a bird comes. But yeah, Newbury again next week, so same race point. I'm not sure of the weather, I haven't really checked the weather, but fingers crossed it was as nice as it was this weekend. But yeah, so good week. I'll rectify a couple of things maybe this week, just to see if I can get the birds on point a bit more, because even though I won, I don't think that the cocks were on top form, but I might see if I can play about with them this week and see what happens. And yeah, so fingers crossed for next week, and cheers guys.